Good afternoon, Valparaiso. I am Jack Hutter here with today's weather update on VUTV. The weather headlines for today: wind chills -5 to -15 degrees the next couple of mornings, staying cold to end the month of January. And will we ever get a warm up? We'll find out later. Current radar: a lot of snow here, lake effect snow up in southwest Michigan. And not going to affect Valpo too much, as you can see. Maybe just a few flurries in the Valparaiso area. Most of that snow in South Bend and up north through Benton Harbor, Kalamazoo. Not a great day to travel there if you have to make any of those road trips. In Valpo, 14 degrees right now, mainly cloudy. As you can see, South Bend snowing right now. Knox 14, Benton Harbor 14, up in Kalamazoo 13. You look at the Chicago suburbs, 16 in Gary, 14 in Romeoville, 13 in Chicago. O'Hare, it's cold up to the north of O'Hare. 12 in Rockford and Waukegan. Got 11 out in DeKalb. 16 down in Peru and Pontiac, 16 degrees. It's sunny in Kankakee and Rensselaer. One of the few places that is able to get any of that sun today. The current feels like temps. It is cold. Feels like -2 here in Valpo along the lake, 0 in Michigan City, -5 in South Bend with the feels like. Knox -2, Goshen -2, Romeoville -7 on the feels like. Chicago O'Hare -4, out in Rockford -5. Looks like DeKalb, we're not getting anything there. That's okay. Peru -2, and then Kankakee, Rensselaer down here 0 and -2 degrees on the field like. Current wind speeds 16 miles an hour here in Valpo. That's coming from the northwest. A little bit windier out in Gary. Some more wind. Kankakee down in Pontiac. Joliet only at 9 miles per hour. Really nice to see there. They're probably loving it. It's been windy. Chicago O'Hare 17, Rockford 17, Peru 22. Looking at the rest of Indiana out here, you can see 20s, 23 in Goshen, and then up into Michigan, 15 Benton Harbor, and a 21 there in Kalamazoo. The future wind gust, just saw it there. Here's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Very similar, 18, 20 in South Bend. You have a 20 in DeKalb. So around the region, very similar to what we're seeing today throughout the rest of the region of Indiana and up into Michigan. Future feels like temps. This is going to be Wednesday at 7 a.m. -14 feels like temps tomorrow morning. Just make sure you have a coat. You're warm, you're safe. It is cold, -15 out there. It's going to be a few more cold mornings, and the feels like the wind is still moving strong. And then around in Indiana, in Illinois, a lot of 11s and 10s there. Moving on to Wednesday, this is Thursday at midnight. Again, still cold and feels like -12 feels like temperatures in Valparaiso. It's just continuing to be cold. The winds are continuing to move strongly, and that will start to die down a little bit, get a little bit warmer in the mornings, but it still is not a pleasant morning really at all throughout the region. Future radar, this is Tuesday, this is today later. Again, more of that lake effect snow going on there, and then you keep looking, more lake effect, and then now you have a band, moves down a little bit closer to Valpo. Still not expecting anything. That's Thursday at 7 a.m., but again, you have just lake effect snow all throughout this region of Michigan for most of the next 24 to 48 hours. It's going to look like a lot of snow there. The temperature forecast for the next 12 hours, 15 at 1 and 2, dropping as the day goes on, 14 at 3 by 5 p.m. On your ride home from work, 10 degrees, 9 degrees on by 6 p.m., 8 p.m. 6, 9 p.m. 4, and then if we take a look, 11 in midnight, down to 1 degree by midnight. The 7-day forecast, 12 degrees for tomorrow, going to be windy, low of 1, 14 on Thursday, 17 on Friday. That's where we see a chance of some lake effect snow. Friday night into Saturday morning, we have a high of 20 degrees, 24 degrees for your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Finally might get a little bit warmer as we get into the beginning of next week.